Sage, I don't know how to intro this one because we're going to be
Coming to you.
no, so we can't do the coming to you. We're actually recording before the Niner game right now. We're going to give you the best bets because Sage is a diva like Malik Neighbors. He wanted to pick the Niners, and basically that's why
I'm
we're
a
recording
diva.
before here. Sorry to do that to you guys, but
I
I had
just
to let
love
you
the
guys
Niners so much.
know what's going on. Probably
I
going to
just
cut
love the
this out.
Niners
We'll
so
see.
much. I couldn't not add them this week for
All
how
right.
much I love them.
All right, Sager. So let's recap, everybody. We're both at 24-12. I went 2-2 last week, Sager. I think you went 2-2 as well. We've been tied up for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, I think just 2 weeks. I think last week I caught you. So I had the lead, then you had the lead, then I caught you last week, and then we drew this week. So yeah, 2 weeks now. Listen, can't complain. 20. What did we just say? 24-12 on the year. So
That's got to be
hitting that.
what, 750? Is that 750 win percentage? Or no,
It's
that's 667.
667 win percentage, profitability about like 63% of our bets when you take the tax into it. So we're hitting out a good clip, man. They said if you're above 60%, you're a professional. So
We don't count tax in this motherfucker. Come on, bro.
well, it comes at minus
This is sports
110.
gambling, baby.
It comes at minus 110. So you got to. Anyways,
All right.
yeah, can't complain. It's been a good season so far.
Recap the people on your picks from last week, Sater.
Yeah, got you. So I'll start off. I had 2 wins, 2 losses. I'll go with my losses first. Browns plus 6.5. They were in it the entire time. The fumble, Kadarius Toney. I mean, it just killed me. I had a receptions parlay that came down to Elijah Moore over 3.5. Kadarius Toney fumbles the punt. Browns never get the ball back. They had a chance down 14, or it was down 13, right? It was 27-14. They had a chance down 13 to not only get my receptions, but also go and get the backdoor cover for me. Of course, Kadarius Toney, of all people who they just signed, fumbles the punt. Browns never see the ball again. Lose by 13.
I think he's out, by the way, too. I think they cut him right
cut
after
him,
that
cut
game.
him yesterday. Cut him yesterday or Tuesday. Cut him 2 days ago.
Thank you, Kadarius Toney, man. He's trying to help me win this championship.
Saints minus 3.5. Another one. Had it covered the entire game. Literally the entire game. The fucking Rizzler. And then so what happened was it was 14-6 or 14-3. 14-3. Giants get a miracle touchdown after not being able to move the ball all game. Go for 2, right? So down 5, they go for 2. I have 3.5. Derek Carr fucking Drew Lock throws the ball right into the lineman. It hits off his fucking bicep, goes in the air, and the Saints player just drops it. It falls in Malik Neighbors' lap at the 1, and they tackle him into the end zone. Maybe it's the one play I watched. Maybe the maddest I've been all year from losing one of my bets because I just knew there was going to be no points after that. It was ridiculous.
Well, you had a chance at the end there too because
I had no chance.
Well, hold on. They missed a 35-yard field goal to tie it up and get it into OT. So if
you're saying for OT?
Yeah, score a touchdown, you could have gotten it.
No, because as soon as Derek Carr went out, they weren't scoring another touchdown all game.
I told you, man. Both coaches are dead men walking. You can't put your money on that game.
Okay, you could say that.
That's a stay away. That's a stay away, baby.
You could say that, but the Rizzler won again, bro. He's 3-1. So he just wins, baby. He doesn't care about covers. All right, I'll go into my 2 wins. Packers plus 3.5. Thursday Night Football. Gave it to you 5 minutes before the game started. I think Chase. I'm 5-0 picking Thursday night games this year. It's just been like my niche.
It's you and Brock Purdy, man, undefeated.
It was weird because the Packers never had the lead, and they weren't covering basically for 80% of the game. But I was never in doubt that it was going to fall right on the number. Fell right on the number, and then Bengals minus 5.5 for how unlucky I got in that Saints game. I got as lucky in the Bengals game. Backdoor and a half. Shout out your boy Jamar Chase. Couldn't have been more lucky. Honestly, they were driving to play for the field goal to win by 3. I had him 5.5. Jamar just busts his cornerback on a spin, takes it to the house. Cowboys obviously can't score. So I got lucky there. Why don't you take us through your picks?
Yeah, so Sage, really quickly, Joe Burrow got you the cover, but did he really win that night?
No, he lost. His relationships as
Is
muddied.
this some kind of threesome thing going on, or is this just a cheating scandal? What is this?
All right, we'll get into our Call Him Daddy segment right now. We'll talk some pop culture.
I mean, it's a story that,
from
like,
my
is
understanding,
out there. It's
if
a
you
story
saw
that's out
the
there, but
interview-
nobody's saying it. Nobody's saying
So
it, but the story's
the
out.
the way he talked in the interview, I'm just thinking like he definitely is up to something fishy because he said my private
100%.
life has been exposed more than I'd like to, like more
He was
than more in
pissed.
one way. So
He
I
was
think
pissed.
he got caught cheating because he said that model, I forget her name, but is an employee
Olivia
of the
Ponton.
yeah,
Olivia Ponton.
is an employee of the borough estate. So I don't know what that means. She's an SI sports model. So that tells you all you need to know. Sounds a little fishy, but go ahead. So I guess Burrow won and lost.
Sage won in that game. Joe Burrow, even though he won, he lost at the end of the day. But Sage are my picks. I'll go through them really quickly here. I know we're trying to get this in before game time, but Vikings 5.5. Sam Darnold's best game of the year, and I just trusted him over Kirk Cousins. I love that defense from the Vikings and Brian Flores, and they were at home. Good home field advantage. That was easy money. Eagles 12.5. This is one where when it doesn't go your way, you feel like a fucking sucker. And I felt like a sucker right off the bat. Panthers should have won the game outright, so was just way off there. Cardinals -2.5. I decided to lay 2.5 points with Kyler Murray in a big game. So shame on me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll never do it again. I mean,
I think what you're 0-2 now, back-to-back Cardinals games after being deemed the Cardinals whisperer.
Was I the Cardinals whisperer?
I think you were. They were your Jekyll and Hyde team, where I said I can't figure them out, but you have them figured out. Maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping.
They've broken out of their cage, man. I can't.
Chase, what's the bad side? Is Jekyll the bad side or is Hyde the bad side?
Dr. Hyde is the good side, and then I think Jekyll is just the fucking dude who's all Jekyll. Wild. They've been Jekyll.
No Hyde.
Yeah. They've been Jekyll.
Continue.
Jekyll. Yeah. Jekyll no Hyde. And just we'll never trust the Cardinals again. Seahawks are about to go on a run, but we'll see. Will I pick against them this week again? Let's see. But then my last game, Chargers. I was really confident about this one. I just don't like the Chiefs. I don't think that offense is explosive enough. The defense is good, but with the Chargers, you got line of scrimmage on both sides, very strong. Even though they didn't have J.K. Dobbins in there, they were able to do enough in the run game, and Justin Herbert had a great game, especially at that start of the second half. They kept it close, and that's all I thought the game was going to be, so I liked having the 4 points on my side, and it covered. So that was 2-2. Not our best week, Sager. Not our best week.
Chiefs haven't covered in 7 weeks. It is 7 weeks since they've last covered.
Are they due? We'll see.
They could be, but it has been closed.
It's been close. I think they're 4-8-1 against the spread this year. So,
which makes sense because they started off pretty hot against the spread.
So that shows you, man. But Sage, I'll give you the floor, my man. Go with your first best bet for week 15.
We got to lock it in. 49ers. I gave it to you on Sunday or on Monday.
Hold on, let's check the clock. All right, kickoff's not happened yet. You're good.
So I did this last week too with the Packers. Funny enough, but I just really like the Niners in this spot. Let me give you the stats, and then I'll tell you my personal opinion. Brock Purdy, 4-0 against the spread on Thursday Night Football. 4-0 money line.
Is that something though? Is that something?
I think it is. To be honest,
or is that just random? Like Thursday, the fact that it's Thursday night.
I think it's more so that Shanahan just knows how to prep on a short week better than who he plays against. I think it's more of a Shanahan stat than it is a Purdy stat. Although Purdy has played good, his numbers are good in those games, but I think it's a Niners thing, right? I'm just saying Purdy because that's who's been the quarterback, but I think it's a Shanahan, it's a scheme thing. They just got their guys ready, you know. They know how to practice with it. They're a veteran team, and these Thursday night games, even though they aren't supposed to favor these older teams, it seems like the Niners kind of have it figured out to a science. The Niners line has been moving from 1.5 to 2, stops at 2.5, wink, wink. And then here we go. Last 7 home teams have won on Thursday Night Football. 11 divisional matchups this year on Thursday Night Football. Home teams are 7-3 against the spread. Niners haven't been swept by the Rams since 2018, so I like them just to win in this spot. And the Niners haven't lost at home to the Rams since 2018, not including that Week 18 game last week. Greenlaw back, Bosa back, Garendo good to go.
I was about to say, we got to bring that up because that's fucking huge. We didn't even have that yesterday or 2 days ago when we recorded.
Yep. So everything pointing up for the boys. I love them. And I'm going to room with my heart and brain here. Got a lot on the line. Chase, I know you love the pick. I mean, you loved it when all these guys weren't supposed to play. So you have to love it now.
I predicted them to, I think, win by 3 before I even knew. I didn't think Garendo was going to be playing. There was no indication. I did not. You did. There was no indication that Bosa was going to play, or even Drake Greenlaw. I mean, he practiced limited a little bit, but he's been doing that for the past couple of weeks. Sager, I love the pick. I think that Niners are going to do good today. I mean, knock on fucking wood. Who knows? That's the end of the pod. That's the end of the podcast. What is that Chris Rock saying? Grand opening, grand closing.
I don't think you do the accent.
We
just recite it.
Hold on, chill out.
I'm kidding.
But yeah. So if we do our first live stream and then the Rams beat the Niners end their season, that would not be great. But
wouldn't love it.
Sadra, I'm gonna go with a fucking ballsy pick for my first pick. I'm gonna lay my nuts on the table here. Kansas City, like we brought up, is 4-8 against the spread the entire year. They can't blow anybody out there in close games throughout the year. The offense is not explosive. Probably one of the least explosive offenses in the NFL. They're going up against the Cleveland Browns and Jameis Winston, who 2 weeks ago was praying to God that he just doesn't throw pick sixes. The line is 4.5. The back-to-back Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs are only 4.5 point favorites against Jameis Winston and the Cleveland Browns. This is the biggest rat line of the week, and I'm going Browns. I'm going Cleveland.
I like
baby.
this side. Okay,
I'm going Cleveland. I'm telling. There's no reason. When I saw this line, I'm like, do I have this fucked up? Is this like a typo? Are my eyes going? Like, what's going on here? 4 points? Are you kidding me? Jameis Winston, they're 3-10. But when I looked at it, bad weather. It's going to be a bad weather game. It's going to be in Cleveland. We know that crowd gets rowdy. The dog pound gets rowdy. It's going to be raining. It might be snowing, sledding a little bit. So I think it's a genuine home field advantage. The Chiefs can't blow out anybody. They can't.
They've shown it. At home, they can't blow out the Chargers with nothing.
I don't think they've put up more than 25 points more than once the past 6 weeks. So I just think that with the weather, Cleveland has a pretty solid defense. I think very underrated defense. I mean, you got probably the best defensive player in the league with Myles Garrett. I think they're going to be able to stop that Chiefs run game that kind of usually is what pushes the Chiefs forward. Going to make it hard for the Chiefs to score points, and they're probably going to win. I'm not going to lie. Who knows? The Browns probably are going to miss. The Browns are probably going to miss. The Browns are probably going to miss a 35-yard field goal to fucking win the game at the end of regulation. We all know what happens with the Chiefs, but I'm just saying I'm getting 4.5 points with the Browns, and I'm going to take it. I think it's a rat line, and usually when you see lines like this, you got to go the other way. That's what I'm doing. Cleveland plus 4.5.
Yeah, I really like this play. I mean, the only thing that could really fuck it up is the turnover battle, right? You see what the Chiefs have been lately. They don't turn it over. It didn't help them. Didn't do them any favors, really. I mean, I guess it did, but against the Chargers don't really turn the ball over. Panthers didn't turn the ball over against them. So that's the only way I could see this going astray is if Jameis, is not delivered from pick sixes, gives some to the Chiefs. But that left side of the Chiefs secondary has been getting attacked. Browns, I mean, they have 3 good receivers for my money. Like, I think Moore's good. They're getting Cedric Tillman back. I think Njoku's out. That's the only thing that would maybe worry me. The run game hasn't been that good, but like you said, it doesn't matter who the Chiefs are playing. They just can't cover spreads. Whether it's the Raiders with Desmond Ridder, the fucking Panthers, whoever it may be, they can't cover spreads. So I like this.
Let's be honest though, Sage.
Home team getting 4.5.
I'm laying my nuts on the line, but I'll feel like a fucking idiot if the Chiefs just come out and go up 7-0 right away. I'll be like, oh my God, this was the worst bet of all time. You got to think about this is worst bet of all time potential.
I mean, you say that, but the Browns were home dogs against the Steelers, won outright. Home dogs against the Ravens, won outright. They have some, they have some magic to them. I know those are divisional games, but there's something there. They're not the type of team that it just shows you they're not the type of team that's going to lay down and die. I like the side draw. I'll get into my next pick.
Go ahead,
Then my honey pot. I went against them. This game, it smells of dead fucking salmon. And I'm going to take the bait. Chase, I'm going Steelers plus 5.5. Playing against my team, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah. Head to head.
Are you taking this one too?
Let's go.
You taking the Eagles?
Let's go. I'm going head to head against you. Come on. Give your sign first.
I'll go my side first. Listen, it's just the statistics.
Road
dog, Mike Tomlin. You got to love it. I mean, like I said, it smells. They want you to take the Steelers here. I'm going to take it. It seems like all these fishy trap games. I feel like I've been on the right side of most of them. I really like the Steelers here. No Pickens, but I think it's just more so about what's going on the other side of the ball. I think it's the Kellen Moore coming out today saying that they're going to try and pass the ball more. I think the only way you could really disrupt Jalen Hurts is if you get a pass rush. That Steelers pass rush has been really good. That secondary has been improving. They've been able to score the ball at a lot higher clip. I think the Eagles lose, or I think the Eagles win. I think the Steelers are capable of winning, and I'm getting 5.5 points with it. So how can I complain about it?
So I'll tell you why you should complain about it, Sager. I don't know if you heard AJ Brown.
Of course,
who
didn't?
When asked about him and Jalen Hurts, you know what he said? We good.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't I believe him? I mean, with a resounding
Chase,
answer like that.
Did you watch the interview?
No.
He had the open 24/7 sign in his locker room, which reported he put up today for intense anticipation for his interview. So
yeah, so that's good. All good vibes going for the Eagles offense right now. This is what I'll say though: the Steelers, you got no George Pickens. That's pretty big. That's the biggest weapon on your team. So
didn't look like it last week.
Well, okay. So this is what I'll say. I still don't believe in this offense. If you watch that Cleveland game where you bet the Browns last week, I don't know if you're trying to like do a little get back, like the Steelers fucked you last week, so you're going to try to ride them this week. I think that you just can't. I think you can't read this team, Sage. I mean, the only game where I saw them do really well was that Cincinnati game, and
I think I was 4-0 betting on the Steelers before last week.
Okay, let me finish my pick. Let me finish my
Go
pick.
for it.
We don't need your little 4-0 Thursday
Well,
night.
I can read the Steelers. I know them well. Like I said, they're my honeypot.
You're 0-1 the past 1 week. What have you done for me lately? But since
Fade
he's been getting,
I think you're 0-2 fading the Steelers this year. So go ahead.
This is what I'm gonna say, Sage. Can I finish? Cincinnati's been getting lit. Cincinnati's been getting lit up like a fucking Christmas tree every week. So the Steelers lighting up the Cincinnati D doesn't mean shit to me. I still don't believe in them. Philly has the best roster in the league. When you just look at it like up and down the board,
no,
maybe the Lions.
Come on, brother.
Maybe the Lions. Who's better?
Okay,
I'll give you Lions. Maybe.
Are you saying just names or just total value?
What the fuck do you mean? I think all across the board they have the most deep roster. They have big names on the defense, on the offense. I just think they have the best roster in the league.
That's such a cop-out. Because then you're valuing like a cornerback as much as a quarterback. I think what Jalen Hurts is...
Sage, do you want to get into your analytics on why a quarterback's more important than a defensive lineman, or do you want me to just finish my pick?
Okay, because think about it, Chase. How do you win games? How do you win games?
I don't know. Fucking tell me. This is your monologue right now, apparently, during my pick. Go ahead.
Protect the quarterback, get after the quarterback, and get the quarterback.
Wow.
Steelers do 2 of those 3 things.
Never heard that one. Did you just come up with that before the show today?
Analytics right there. Go ahead, though. Finish.
Okay, but you brought up the Steelers defense. I think this Philadelphia run game's really matchup proof. Like with this offensive line, Saquon, I don't think it matters. I mean, obviously, if you're a dog shit defense, you're going to get cut up for 300 yards, but this running game is going to be effective against any defense. So I don't think the Steelers defense is going to be doing that much to stop them. The cornerback duo for the Steelers, Joey Porter Jr., Dante Jackson, one of the worst in the league. They've been shitty all year, even though that defense has been highly rated. A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are going to cut him up. I think that what A.J. Brown did is actually going to help out the team. I think that Jalen Hurts is going to try to get the ball. I really do. Because
it always helps out.
Okay, I'll say this. Is A.J. Brown not a fucking monster?
No.
You don't think he's a monster?
Like on the field?
Yes, Sage. I'm not saying is he a piece of shit guy. I'm saying is he a monster on the field? Is he a fucking dog?
Really. He's not a dog.
All right. So
I'm gonna go full.
I'll just say this: AJ Brown's one of the best wide receivers in the league. I think he's a fucking animal. He's gonna get the ball. I think that's gonna help him out. He's got good matchups going up against those cornerbacks. Eagles are at home. I mean, you're going to the Link. That's a hard place to go to. Russell Wilson, I don't trust in him. I think the Eagles are going to be able to move the ball. I think Eagles have the second best scoring defense in the league. So I think it's a mismatch going up against that Steelers offense. I'll lay the points. Eagles by a touchdown at least.
All right, go ahead. Go for your next pick. I'll say this. Last point to leave it off.
Oh, another one? You have another point? Oh, go ahead.
This is a me and you thing. Me and Chase have gone head to head once this year. Chase, can you recall it?
Yeah. Steelers
You
Jets,
took
right?
you took
Yeah.
the Jets at home. I took the Steelers getting points on the road. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. You go look up the
Lightning
score of
doesn't
that game.
strike twice in the same place, Adrian.
All
That's
right,
all I'm
Chase.
going
So
to say to you.
you want to go ahead here?
Do I have your permission?
You do.
Okay. So, Sage, I'm going to attack the biggest game of the week. This game is fucking box office. I think this
You're
is going to
going
be the Super Bowl.
lines.
I think this is the Super Bowl. Can I intro the game? Is somebody playing a joke on me right now? I can't even intro the fucking game before Sage tries to decide who I pick. I'm betting the Eagles. Sage is chipping in with little fucking stats all over the place. Sager, slow down, Speed Racer. You wanted us to record earlier. Dear Lord. But yes, you're right, Sage. I'm going to do the Buffalo Bills game. They're going to take on the Detroit Lions. Lions at home, favored by 2.5. Sage. The Lions have 3 extra days of rest, but Josh Allen is the MVP. Josh Allen is playing the best at the quarterback position that I think I've ever seen. I think that last week was a tough spot for Buffalo. Going across country, playing the Rams, who are desperate off of a tough snow game. And the Bills were still right in that game. Probably should have won if Josh McDermott didn't have a fucking dipshit just thought popping in his head that you should do a QB sneak when you only have 3 timeouts left and there's fucking 1 minute left and you're down 10 points. So,
or if the refs call a false start, but go ahead.
Or if the refs called a false start. But the reality with the Bills is that the last 7 games, they put up 30 points each time. I don't see Josh Allen slowing down. The Bills are going to put up at least 30. I think that what we saw with that Bills defense where they got carved up by the Rams, I don't think that's the Bills that we're going to see this week. I think they're going to play a little bit better. That's all they really need to do. Josh is going to put up 30. I love Detroit. I mean, Detroit was my honeypot earlier in the year. I love betting them, but they've been slowing down a little bit. They probably should have lost that game to the Packers. It was very close. They were close with the Bears. I think they've been losing a lot of luster. Anzalone's going to be out on defense. The defense has just been racking up so many injuries. I think Josh is going to tear this defense apart. And the fact that I'm getting 2.5 points with the best quarterback in the league, I'll take that. I'm going Buffalo plus 2.5.
Kincaid, Coleman practiced yesterday, practiced today. Seems like that offense is going to get juice. I don't have a side here. I just think it's too good of a game. I see both sides too much. It's just like, I can't make an argument. I mean, I can make such a strong argument for both teams. How do the Lions win? They're going to run the fucking shit out of the ball. How do the Bills win? They have the best player on the field by a mile. So it's not like I'd feel dumb betting either side. I just can't do it. I'm just going to enjoy this game. Will I tease it? Yeah, I'll probably tease the
That's
Bills,
fair.
but
I will give you that. This is a game that you want to just sit down and enjoy because it's going to be
I don't want to be stressed.
It's going to be a fucking dogfight.
So I don't hate it, to be honest with you. I really don't hate it. I think because you look at what the Bills have coming up, what they got to do if they want to be in the one seed hunt. Lions haven't lost since week 2. They're due for a loss. And that defense is banged up.
Don't they feel like they're due? Don't they feel like they're due, Sage?
Seems like they've been dancing with the devil a bit.
I feel like them and the Chiefs are in the same spot this week.
Chase, thank you for taking us to that high. Now let me bring you back down. There's a game out there between 2 quarterbacks. Cooper Rush, Bryce Young. Maybe
why do you do this to me, Sage?
What?
Why do you do this to me? I don't want to talk about these games.
Panthers minus 2.5. We don't want to hear your bullshit, Chase. Talking all podcast. Let me get a word in here. Panthers.
The audacity of this guy.
Panthers.
Go ahead, Sage.
Been fucking cooking recently. I don't know what it is because we've had some stakes on these games, whether it's been survivor pools, whatever it may be, fantasy, Xavier Legette. I've been, for whatever reason, dancing around with these Panthers games, and I've been watching them. I am impressed. I am genuinely impressed. That 98-yard drive that they almost had against the Eagles, they can move the ball. Chuba Hubbard out of nowhere, top 15 running back, dare I say. That run game somehow works. That O-line has somehow improved. The defense, not bad. I mean, they kind of held down the Eagles like as well as they could. Kansas City somewhat had their way with them, but they made some stops. Now you take off the weights. You take off the training weights. You play Kansas City. You play the Eagles. How fucking good is it going to feel to play the goddamn Cowboys at home with Cooper Rush? Maybe rumblings that it might be a Trey Lance game at half. I like it. I mean, Overshown just got his knee blown out. They're saying he's going to miss 2 seasons. It's that bad. Micah crying in the media.
No shit.
Yeah, they're saying he's not going to play next year.
Wow.
Saying it's that bad. Micah defeated. Literally just looks defeated. I think there's no juice left with this Cowboys team. I think it's going to be one of those games where if Cooper Rush isn't good, grab him by the neck, put Trey Lance in. Panthers are playing for something. I really think they're playing for something. They have more pride. Even though they've lost, they've
what
kind
are
of
they
won
playing
these
to
past 2
fuck
weeks.
up their draft pick? Are they playing to fuck up their
I don't know,
draft pick?
bro. They're that Johnny come on late team, right? I don't know if I said that right, but that's what they are. They just came on late.
Johnny come lately.
No, Johnny come on late. And I think that they just have something going there. I like them. -2.5. I think they win by 7-10. Dare I say blowout, but I'm going Panthers.
So this is what I'm going to say, Sage. Not only did you butcher Johnny Come Lately, which is it's a lyric to one of my favorite Eagles songs, New Kid in Town. You did this to me again. You're making me just like talk about, what was it last week? It was Bengals, Cowboys.
No, Saints.
This is the Saints.
Giants
This is the Saints Giants game of last week where this is a scratch off for me. I don't know what to expect from both teams. You're like bringing up Overshown's out. Oh, Cooper Rush. Who knows?
Can I say these are the games with value?
I guess, but Sage, I just don't think there's value here. What I will say is that
I'd rather bet a game like this than Lions Bills. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my thing.
What I will say, Sage,
this is like a Sunday wash where the other games have like implications where it's like you're getting both teams' efforts. I just think the Cowboys are dead here.
So Sage, this is what I'll say. I hate the decision, but I love the pick.
Okay,
I hate that you're deciding to go with this game as one of your 4 best bets of the week. Like, we got a bunch of games. I don't think we have bye weeks the rest of the way.
What if I took the under on this game? Because
I wouldn't even chip in. Sage, I don't get paid for this shit. I don't need to talk about the fucking under in the fucking Cowboys-Panthers game. If I got paid for it, then I'd have to give my take. But I will say, if there's one side that I'd want to be on in this scenario, it's the Panthers. We brought up, like, what are they playing for? Their jobs? Maybe that's it. I mean, Bryce Young's probably just paying to still be in the league. I think he's already gotten there, but it's like a Tom Brady situation where he was just like, even when he won the Super Bowl in the first year, like throughout his career, he's just like, I'm imagining that some guy's trying to take my job, and every day in practice, I'm fighting to like make sure he doesn't. So Bryce Young, I feel like he's in that spot right now. Dave Canales has been doing good, but I guess I like it, Sage. 2.5 Panthers.
Thank you.
Sure.
Well, I mean, all right. From last, are we snaking or you want to take it?
No, you know what? I'll take it, Sage, because I've been waiting to talk about these guys. Sage, they haven't played in nearly 10 days. They've been my honeypot all year. They just came back home from a trip. I picked them up at the airport, taking them home, got a nice dinner set up for them, and we're going to have a nice evening. Denver Broncos, -3.5. Taking on the Colts. Sage, this is my best bet of the week. And this is a big game. So I think the Colts are about 2 games back of the Broncos for that 7th spot. If the Colts want to get into the playoffs, that's how they got to get in. They got to win a game this week. So you could almost call this a de facto playoff game for the Colts. But what I think, Sage, the Broncos are the 2nd best scoring defense in the NFL. They're on a 3-game win streak. Sean Payton with a bye to scheme up against this Colts defense that is bottom half, doesn't have any key household names. And on the other side of the ball, they got Anthony Richardson. So I don't trust Anthony Richardson worth a shit. I think he's probably one of, if not the worst starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Broncos have one of the best defenses and rush defenses. So if you got to think about ways that the Colts are going to be able to move the ball, you'd have to think it'd be through Anthony Richardson in the run game and obviously Jonathan Taylor. I think the Broncos are going to stymie that. We all know about that altitude, baby. Mile High City. That's always tough for incoming teams. So I only got to lay 4.5. I think this is, or no, 3.5.
3.5.
So even better. I think that Broncos win by a touchdown at least. So my best bet of the week, my favorite team all year. If the Niners lose tonight and are effectively out of the playoffs, this will be the team I'm going to be rooting for the rest of the year. Give me the Broncos. Love this spot. No,
smell that?
No, it's not.
Chase, it smells like dead fish. And
No,
I'm a
you know
sucker
what that
for
is?
it. This is my bet
like,
too.
That's
This is
like
me
green
too.
cheese. Are we going?
I love
Are we going
it.
together?
We're going together,
This
dude.
is a good way.
So
Okay, when we went up against each other, Sage, there was a little bit of conflict. You were talking over me. We're going to a must-win Niner game. This is the perfect way to get it in there.
I think.
Hold up, Sage. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
It's everything you said. I mean, I just think it starts and ends with that Broncos run defense. I just don't know if they take that away, how are the Colts gonna move the ball? How are the Colts gonna move the ball? I was thinking about it. I was like, Anthony Richardson called himself out in a dome in Indianapolis. How do you think the altitude is going to treat him at night? He's going to be exhausted.
He's going to be huffing and puffing.
Sean Payton off a bye. Love the numbers there. Bo Nix, he was starting to hit that rookie wall. I think, you give him a week, reset, get the offense humming. You're playing for something. You're playing for that last spot in the playoffs.
Yes, you
Colts,
are.
Let's be honest. They could still make it technically, but their season's as good as over. A lot of money coming in on the Colts. I think this is a perfect fade spot where it opens up at 5, makes its way to 4.5, 4, 3.5. You're getting the line at as good a value as possible, and the team's just better. I mean, if you really had to break it down, the best unit on the field is the Broncos defense, and then you could make an argument that Broncos offense is damn near the second best unit. I mean, you could say that Colts defense, but I don't think it's as good as people think anymore. I think it's a little overrated. I mean, I don't know what more to say. You covered it well. I like the Broncos 3.5. It's my favorite line. It's a big balls bet. They want you to suck it up. They want you to take the road team, get in the points. I won't do it. 3.5 home favorite. Chase, I'm with you on this one.
The Broncos are my favorite team, Sage. I fucking love these guys. I love Sean Payton.
I can't
you hate him.
To be honest with you, I hate them.
I've been loving Bo Nix. I mean, we almost came to blows on a fucking screen over a Bo Nix, Caleb Williams conversation. So I'm willing to ride for these guys. And
you hated him in college, but you love him in the pros. I don't understand it.
Well, you know what? It was in that first game as a freshman where he was on Auburn. I bet big on Oregon, and he came back and fucked me. So I held that on Bo Nix a little bit. You're an Oregon guy, so when he went to Oregon, I was kind of rooting against him. You know how you root against your friends' teams kind of thing? That's what I was doing with Bo Nix.
I became Croatian first
summer.
You
do. Yeah. You
rooted against root Croatia. For the Croatian. I know I didn't. I root for the Croatian national team because of you. I'm a Tottenham fan. Adoption. Whenever my team's not playing, I root for Tottenham. And I think other than that, we share all the same teams.
But I love Bo Nix. I love me some Bo Nix. I'm on the train, man. I'm fucking buying stock every week. Every time new shares open up, I fucking buy some more. Sean Payton, I mean, we know he's one of the best coaches in the NFL for the past 20 years. I mean, he seems like he's starting to build up something nice in Denver. So
I hate that.
I love the pick. I love the pick. You love the pick. Sage, that's going to be it for this week.
That's big money.
That's big money. So this is actually going to be the end of the episode, right? So, dude,
we'll pick up in a couple hours.
Great 1 o'clock slate.
It's ridiculous
coming up.
Literally, the 4 best games are all in that time. Go for it.
Yeah, we got Niners about to play on Thursday. I don't know. Maybe some Niners fans are thinking, okay, like this is a perfect week. Christmas is coming up. We got a free Sunday. I don't have to watch any football on Sunday. I can maybe go buy some gifts for my nephews, my nieces, for my brothers, sisters, mom, dad. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like I might have to pull. I feel like I might just have to keep on watching NFL throughout the day. I mean, what a fucking great slate. I don't think this is the week to take NFL off, even though the Niners are going to not be playing on Sunday. What do you think, Sage?
What do you mean take NFL off? You're saying like
some people take NFL off. I mean, we're not going to take NFL off, but there's maybe those casual NFL fans who are going to be like, I'm not watching football Sunday.
Chase, let me paint the scene for you. Saturday, me and you will be out. We'll be perusing the town, having some eggnog, have our Santa hats on. Wake up a little late on Sunday, but it doesn't matter because the NFL did us a favor. They knew we were celebrating SantaCon. They knew we had some content to create. So they said, Chase, Sage, you know what we're going to do, Westbound and Down Boys? We're going to put all the good games 1 o'clock. Wake up a little late, have some eggs, have some bacon, drink your coffee, go for a run, hit the Peloton, get a little lift in. Do what you got to do. Just make sure your ass is in couch 1 o'clock. Fuck your family. Get some games in and just enjoy the Sunday. It's going to be raining. It's going to be a beautiful Sunday to sit in and watch football.
So, Sage, SantaCon tomorrow, or 2 days from now. Are we pumped? It's going to be raining. I mean, do I really want to get stuck?
We did it.
Do I want to get drenched in my Santa suit while I'm like fucking near blacked out in the middle of the day? Like, is that like fun? Is that how
It was.
adults should be spending their fucking Saturdays? Like
I'll say this.
I'm a little split. I know I'm going to go out, so that's not a question.
Exactly.
But I am a little split.
So maybe we call Remo in there to come get you if you're talking negative like that.
So actually, coming onto the screen right now, we have our friend Remo. No, he's basically the friend who always
the pre-alcohol
bad influence. So yeah, probably.
But just say,
so,
just saying. I mean, we'll be out there. We'll see how it's looking. We'll see. I'll say this: it rained two years ago. I had more fun 2 years ago than I did last. Actually, no, last year was really good because the weather was fine. You know, we were outside most of the time. Take that back. Last year was way better. I think 3 years in a row now since COVID we've been going. So this will make 4. I think it was 3 years ago it rained. But yeah, the year it rained, it was ruined. It was straight up ruined because the bars condense. All the outside patios just become lines. Everyone's waiting to go inside, and it just gets steamy.
It gets steamy. I can't handle the steamy in a bar with a fucking Santa suit on, man.
Grit.
Can't
Grit
do
over
that
everything. Shit. Grit over everything, Chase. We'll be there.
Grit over everything. The Niners going to
no
have to
college
do that
football,
on Thursday.
Sadly.
The Niners going to have to do that on Thursday. We're going to have to do that on Saturday during the day. We're going to have to do that Sunday in the morning when we're recovering, trying to get ready for that 1 o'clock slate. But hopefully the Niners get a win, Sage. Or you know what?
Toss coming soon.
No, we're just going to say, so the Niners got a big win. We're going to be coming to you, Sage. What do you think? Maybe Monday, Tuesday for the next recording?
I think we just run it Sunday night. I don't know. We'll see. But I think Sunday night might be in play.
We might run Sunday night. You might get a hungover me and Sage going over the NFL slate. But
actually, yeah, we'll
guys.
probably come Monday. We'll come Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So we're going to be coming back to you guys Monday. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the 49ers. The season is still alive. Talk to you guys
for now.
Later.